Welcome to Binge Watchers, where we talk about the stories and characters we love and the shows they live in. My name is Ron, and let's talk about Season 1 of Living With Yourself. Living With Yourself is a Netflix original starring Paul Rudd.
Powell Rude?
It's a super quick watch, like we could only afford Paul Rudd for a little bit, get this done. And it tells the story of a man who ends up having to share his own life with a clone of himself. So Paul Rudd plays Miles, a guy who on the surface has a pretty good life, but he's unhappy, he's in a rut, he hates his job, his relationship with his wife isn't great, and he's kind of making everybody around him miserable. He goes through this treatment that's supposed to somehow alter his DNA and make him into the best version of himself, but the process goes wrong and he ends up with a clone of himself, and his clone really is a better version of himself. But this clone also has his memories and experiences, so they are essentially the same person, and the show is about them, dealing with the situation. So this is a pretty big premise for a show with 20-25 minute long episodes. The story in this show is super condensed and I love it. The story takes a lot of leaps. I mean, if the show had 45-minute to hour-long episodes, people might take a bit longer to, warm up to the idea of super fast human cloning, but it's so well executed the way they do it here that I really didn't mind at any point. The show focuses on just three characters: Miles, and his wife, their wife. Paul Rudd is great in this show. He's pretty much great in everything. He plays the Paul Rudd character that you know and love, just like Ryan Reynolds always plays the Ryan Reynolds character. B. Aisling, who plays his wife, is also fantastic, and the show just does such a good job at packing a very full story into just like this small, neat little package. I mean, this is just 8 episodes, about 25 minutes each, and the story doesn't compromise on emotional moments because Miles and Kate are all going through something very profoundly complicated, and the writing and the performances are able to carry that very well, even if we don't get to spend a ton of time with each of these characters. I think there was just one episode towards the end of the show that I didn't really like. It was still fun, but the story kind of goes sideways for a little bit, but then they quickly get back on track. One of the things that I appreciated most about this show is how it makes up for the lack of time in the short episodes by retelling the same situation from multiple perspectives. So pretty often in the show, we'll go back and forward in time and see a situation from the perspective of another character. And it's not the typical thing that some shows do where you just feel like you're watching the same thing over and over again, but it actually fills up all the gaps, and it's just so well done. Pretty much every episode ends on like a mini cliffhanger, so you're left with some question that you're just dying to get the answer to, and almost always the next episode will show you the same situation from another perspective, answering that exact question. And I think that shows so much skill on the side of, the people who wrote, directed, shot this show. Just, they used every tool they possibly could. So, bottom line, should you watch it? Quick review for a quick show. Yes, you should absolutely watch it. Watch it with your face on a lazy weekend afternoon. It will be physically impossible for you to watch just one episode of this show because you'll be having so much fun with it. I really hope that we're gonna get a season 2. That's it. Great show. You should watch it. I feel almost bad for this video being so quick, but that's really all I had to say about it. Just a great quick watch. I watched it all in a day. I'd love to know what you think about this show. Did you watch it? Let me know in the comments down below. I don't think this one will go under many people's radar because it has Paul Rudd in it. This one got a lot of publicity. It's not like the first season of End of the Effing World where it was just like, hey, did you see this like strange, awesome, quick little show on Netflix? It's not gonna be one of those, but still, yeah, I don't have anything to say. If you're gonna be talking about spoilers, please use spoiler tags in your comments. And if you're finding Binge Watchers for the first time, welcome. I'd like to invite you to join the Binge Watchers community. Come talk about TV with us. It is a lot of fun. But in any case, keep binging. Keep binging great TV shows and just, have a good time. And I'll see you next time.